Okay, so I'm here with Len Minuk of Tempasure. Finally got you locked down. It took a little while, but thanks for making some time this morning.
My pleasure.
Uh, Something that I think I noticed about you or that I want to talk about is that you are pretty focused on growing your company. So what are some of the things that you're doing? Like you have it's a fairly young company, right? How long have you been around for in terms of
So,
your own company?
so I've been in business for over 20 years. I contract it out most of that time to a larger organization,
Oh,
and
okay.
over the years, I decided to go on my own. So really, I've been on my own full time for about just over 3 years.
Right. So as your own sort of entity trying to grow in your own business been about 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the things that you're sort of putting in place to grow your company, to grow your name out there?
Well, over so when I did work for this large company, noticed over the years that the attention to customer service was really lacking. It was all about sales, sales, sales. So just upselling everything once
Right.
you to the customer's home. And I was under the old way of doing things. I just wanted to go and fix the stuff. And repair it and do the right thing, not put any pressure on the customer. So over the years, I would just knock on the door, and the customers just seemed so unhappy. But
Mhm.
they had a repair plan, so they paid a monthly fee, and the repair plan covered them for any repairs or service calls that arise. Right, so by the time we got there, they weren't the happy scamper because of past experience. So just over the years of just constantly getting battered, like battered from customers, battered from the management. Um, I just it just ran through my head. I gotta go out there, and all along the way, though, I was starting to grow a customer base. So I didn't make it a full time mission, but I tried, just to grow a little bit of having a little bit of an income stream on the side. So I didn't call it side jobs. I was building something on the side to hopefully fall back on one day when I had the courage to do it, because
Right.
it was when you're with a company, and it's all too common with most people in this world, when they work for a company, they become secure, expect that paycheck. They know when the holiday times are. They know they wake up the next day and they have a job. So it was very tough for me to get through my head that this is really something that I'm going to do, but I wanted to do it. So basically, what happened, and this is all in a nutshell, is one day I logged into my computer for my day's work, and didn't see any calls there. So I contacted my manager, my direct manager, and he didn't answer his phone. So I thought I knew something was going on. So basically, um, finally got through, and he said, "You got to come into the office." So I came into the office, and I was very familiar with this one meeting room because I was called in a lot for just different things, because I was trying to do the right thing, and for some reason I just wasn't following the numbers that they were wanting me to achieve. So anyway, so I sat in the room, and that was it. It was a threat many years in the making, but it finally came. So I actually got up and I shook the general manager's hand. I said, "Thank you so much for doing this. This is what I needed." I called my wife. I said, "We're going out for the nicest dinner tonight." Why? I said, "I just got let go." And I was a contractor. I wasn't an employee. I was a contractor.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have ties, but I mean, the relationship we had with them, it was like we were employees, because that's the way they treat us. So
Mhm.
I went for dinner, and that was the beginning. And my goal and my mission in life is is to build an empire. Now, I don't know how massive I want to grow. I want to grow into a fairly decent sized company, but my mission is all about the customer experience. That's it. I charge accordingly, but when you deal with Temperature, you're dealing with a world class company. So we give over the top service, and we just treat you like a star. And I mean, that's the way everybody should be treated. Everybody works hard for their money. And, you know, when they have a trade come into their home, they got to be respected. You're in somebody's home. You have to, you know, put your foot protections on. It doesn't matter how dirty the home is. It doesn't matter. You put your foot protectors on, you walk into the home, and you treat it like it's a palace because it's their palace. So that's kind of where I am. I am growing a business that has attention to detail. First of all, for experience, my technicians are like over the top when it comes to skill. But just the customer experience.
Right? Like, where did you get that mentality of it's all about the customer experience? Is that from your
Well,
your
my,
work
my father,
history?
my father, my father used to own a plumbing distributor. He used to be a plumbing distributor, and
Mm.
you know, I grew up in that kind of, you know, that way. I grew up with that mentality,
Yeah.
and you know, just by me seeing what was happening all those years, like that was 17 years of you know, really like within the first 5 years, I really got the drive to, you know, just get on my own. But it's not easy, right? So it just working for that company,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Great.
you know, just after going in every day,
Yeah.
the customer service just really became something that I really wanted to work on as an owner, and I want to be engaged.
I think that's a pretty true statement because I remember we spoke like almost a year ago or something, and you essentially said the same thing to me. So it's certainly your company's sort of mission statement, right? The customer experience. So it's pretty consistent for sure. So how are you getting your company out there? How are you getting your name out there? Are you guys doing marketing, advertising? Are you mostly referral based? How do you grow in that sense?
So I do have a marketing budget, which is pretty high.
Yeah,
I've been through multiple marketing people. Unfortunately, in the HVAC world, they know they can take advantage of us because you know it's a good income stream kind of business,
mhm,
and there's a lot of promises and false hopes. But now I've actually paired up with a gentleman that is basically starting his own company. He's done this for another HVAC company for many years, and he's beginning on his own. So we're on a kind of a journey together. You know, I'm his test bait basically. So we're doing a lot. So I do a lot of Google.
yeah,
I'm spending money on Google more than I want to. But what I'm doing now is just building on the
it is.
back. Yeah, I'm building on the back end. This fella's helping me build on the back end. So all the back end stuff
Yeah.
that nobody really pays attention to. You know, Facebook, Instagram, you know, all these kind of things, just being more engaging, just engaging, being in front of people, just knowing me, letting them know that we're here to help, and you know, we'll do what we need to do to, you know, to make sure that your experience is beyond what you've ever had with a trade.
Are you looking to become, one of these massive companies with 20, 25 trucks on the road, or are you looking to become sort of like a five truck type of company, or do you have that goal in mind at all?
I do have the goal to be a larger company, yes.
Yeah.
But at this stage, you know, I'm still in the growth. I'm still doing a lot of the internal stuff myself. I'm off the tools now. I don't really go out and do service calls. I'm doing the sales calls.
Yeah.
But you know, eventually that's gonna, you know, change, and I'll be just, you know, working on my business. But for now, I'm still doing that stuff, which is keeping me busy.
Yeah. What do you have a specific focus in the industry? Or do you focus on, the air side? Do you focus on hydronics? What do you look at? Are you just sort of a well-rounded, you guys do everything?
We do everything, but my specialty is difficult work. So what I mean by that is most of my business actually is referrals,
Yeah,
and not referrals as in my marketing, but I do Google referrals, Facebook, all that. But
sure.
the calls that I like to get are the referrals of bad experiences that people have had, especially with hydronics, in-floor heating, you know, massive investments that people have made on these beautiful new homes, custom
Yeah.
homes. boilers that have been changed out, and half the house doesn't work. This kind of stuff. Those are the type of calls I really like to go into because I have skills to do it,
Yeah.
and I like to come up with a resolution, and that makes us look like stars, really. And I love it because there's just all too many, especially on the hydronic side, even on the forced air side, just installations that aren't done correctly, and that's where the money's made also, is those specialty type of calls.
So what's your favorite part of the industry?
Engaging with humans. I
Yeah.
love the social aspect of it. You're in all walks of lives of homes. You see everything. You see hardship. You see massive, beautiful homes, and it's everything. And that's the part and getting back to how big I want to be. Even if I'm a 50 truck company,
Yeah.
uh, I will always be available. So
Right.
if a customer wants to talk to me, the owner, I will always be available. I'm
Yeah.
not going to have my office, my executive office, when it gets to that level, deal with you. If you want to talk to me, the owner, you can call me.
Yeah, I like that answer of engaging with humans because I think that you and I are both, and I kind of find this a lot that I think we're probably more of an introvert type of person, but the one-on-one conversation that you can have with a homeowner or me with like a contractor like yourself, I find that very like engaging, or like I find it very like it helps you grow as a person and like learn about new people and things like that. I think that's really important.
You just hear about people's life experience. I mean, it just it's so and also the beautiful thing is it also gives me an appreciation and my staff appreciation for how fortunate they are sometimes when they walk into a home, right?
Sure.
And we meet everybody. We have all different types of clientele. My market is a certain market, but we do have other markets as well. And it's just sometimes when you walk into a home, life's not so easy. And you
Sure.
come home and you walk into your house, you see your children, you see your family, and just makes you think back a bit.
For sure. So in the next, couple of years, where do you see the industry going in terms of like technology or HVAC contractors? Like, do you see the industry continuing to grow, to continue to advance in terms of technology?
Very much so. Very
Yeah.
much so. Um, the large companies, I think they're gonna fizzle out,
Yeah.
and it's gonna revert back to the smaller companies.
Hmm.
Now, there's a big push, on sales and sales and sales. And I don't work like that. We work on what the customer's needs are. So that's where I think things are going, is technology and customer service.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
But technology, absolutely. Now, I'm not a big fan of all this technology, especially if it's in the consumer's hands,
Yeah.
because it ends up being an issue, for us, because there are callbacks when
Yeah.
we install technology in people's homes and they start, you know, playing with these things. It's what we call nuisance calls. You
Yeah. It's like me playing around with my computer. I think I know everything about the computer, but I end up just screwing it up all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm all about urgency, sense of urgency. Customer
Mhm.
calls, we'll take care of you. And my customers know that I do that, and they know that when they start barking at me and getting all upset, then I'm going to act. But when it's something that they've touched a button on their thermostat that's way out of their realm, that's
Yeah.
where I don't like. So I don't push a lot of technology, to be honest. I try to keep it as simple as possible, just so we don't have these type of situations.
Yeah, I actually think that it's great where the industry is going in terms of like what you can do with your systems and what you can do with your appliances and stuff. But at the same time, I think the keep it simple, stupid is a really good rule of thumb when it comes to this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll give you an example. I just got a call last night. A lady had a whole home automation system installed with her lights. The gentleman put a specific type of thermostat in, and now her air conditioning is not working. Right, so she's all excited because her air conditioning is not working, and clearly it wasn't installed properly. So that these are the type of things that people just, I don't think they should have, but for convenience, it's great. You have a person that travels. I have lots of professional customers. They travel, they're busy, they don't have time. They want to do it on their phone.
sure, sure. Makes sense. Well, we've run about 15 minutes. So that's good. We're not going to go too much longer. I appreciate you finally taking some time to get back.
Sure.
I know you're a busy man, so it's good that we finally got this locked down.
Yeah,
And
sure.
we'll see you out there for sure.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, great.